It's me, Daniel from Fist Me Konami, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a post-Raging Tempest, obviously, Ritual Beast Windwitch deck profile, which surprisingly works pretty well. So let's get started. First, we'll start with the Tamers. We got Triple Elder. This is a must, because this is what's going to help you so much with Kanahawk plays and everything. Since it's not special summoning, it's normal summoning from your hand. So additional normal summon. You want to normal summon as much as possible with this deck, since all the Tamers and Spiritual Beasts can only be special summoned once per turn. So yeah, that's why I run 2 Elder.
3 Elder.
3, I mean, yeah.
Daniel can't count, even though he's Asian.
Yeah, I can't count. I need to watch goddamn Sesame Street again. 2 Wen, because you do banish a lot. You obviously banish a lot with this deck. Wen is just going to help you special summon out your Spiritual Beasts. Maybe maybe a Tamer, I don't know. Like I guess it's your choice with the pick, but mainly a Spiritual Beast banished, so you can go into another fusion monster. And yeah, and also we run all every single different Spiritual Beast and Ritual Beast because of their name. You need as many names as possible with this deck. Next, for the Graveyard Keepers, we got 1 Lara and 1 Zephyram Pilica. Both of them are the same thing. They special from Grave. The reason I don't run 2 Zephyram Pilica or 2 Lara is because I need more names, so you can search more and special summon more and get as much as it from possible. And then lastly, for the Tamers, I got 2 Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda, which is nice because it also counts as a Spiritual Beast.
Or it is a Spiritual Beast.
It is a Spiritual Beast.
Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda.
This is going to be really good. In case you open this in hand and you have nothing else, you can just set it and hope your opponent attacks into it or destroys it. So then you could go into something, anything from your extra deck or special, anything from deck, doesn't matter. I personally go for Ulti Gaia Pelio, just so I have a 32 beater. But I might go into something else sometimes, so, depending on the situation.
Josh, Talon Dynamo is 5. Daniel, keep going.
Okay, next for the Spiritual Beast, I got Triple Kanahawk. This is another card that you need a must. This is Gold Sarcophagus for Ritual Beast. This is going to help you a lot with your plays on helping with Ulti Kanahawk's search thing or combo. I'll show more combos about this in another video, but yeah, you run 3 Kanahawk. Next, I'm thinking of putting this back at 3, 2 Rampengu. The reason I took 1 out is because of the Windwitch stuff, but I did like running 3. It was pretty good, just so I can get stuff in the grave and banished. Next, we run 2 Apelio, just so we can make our monsters stronger. Since this is during either player's turn, I can buff it every Ritual Beast monster I have, as long as I have a Ritual Beast card in the grave. So banish it, and then every Ritual Beast card monster that will gain 500 attack and defense. I'm just gonna not explain it. My head is dying. Lastly, we have 1 Pedalfin. I don't use it much. Mainly because
Would you take it out for anything else?
I would definitely not take this out. Even though I don't use it much, it still has another name, so you'd want to keep at least 1 in. Personally, I prefer 1 though, since I don't really use its bounce effect much. Now for the Windwitch engine, we got Triple Ice Spell. This is the card that you want to see in your opening hand.
Because
first turn.
regardless of like the Ritual Beast stuff, you get a first turn indestructible Crystal Wing.
Yeah. So even if you, let's say you have all spell and traps in your hand, but you have 1 of these, that's still an indestructible Crystal Wing. Next, we'll run 2 Glass Spell. The Glass Spell because you use Ice Spell to special this, so then you use this to search the next, the other Windwitch card, and that's your combo for making Crystal Wing, which the next card is 1 Snowbell. I might pick up a second one. I'm not sure. For now, I'm just going to see how 1 goes. You mean
I might pick up a second one for you because I bought all of that Windwitch stuff for you for $40
yes.
Because Daniel's too poor.
Too poor. Yeah, I'm going to see if I'll make Charlie pick it up and I'll throw him in a cage if he doesn't.
Oh.
This is basically the card that makes Crystal Wing indestructible. Now for the spells, we got one bond. Bond, just in case you were to contact fuse out of, let's say, Apelio, you have this set, Apelio, special Spiritual Beast, and Tamer. Then if you want to make something from your extra deck, you can use this. And not only that, but you can, since it's ignoring summoning conditions, you can also get out Ulti Gaia Apelio. So you have a 32 beater, but sadly it doesn't get its effect as it was successfully, or summoned the normal way. Then we have one return. I run one return. I don't think two is good, but one is just fine, just so I can special summon a Spiritual Beast or Tamer monster that is banished during my opponent's turn, or my turn, depending on what I need to do. And yeah, that is it for the Ritual Beast spells. Next, I run one Upstart, because a 39 card deck is better than 40. Also, because it's Upstart. I'd run two, but it's at one. So, and we also got one E-Telly. I did run two back when I was at two, but thanks Cosmo for...
Cosmo broke the system.
Yeah, Cosmo broke it. Blame Cosmos. Bring back E-Telly.
Bring back Stratos.
Yeah, do it. Next, we got one Instant Fusion. I would pick up a second one if I ran another thing, another
level
contact.
4.
Yeah, level 5 or lower thing. But also because it's expensive. I'm poor. I can't afford a second one.
Sea Monster of Theseus.
Yes, I think it's like at 25 or 20 now.
I haven't checked any of the prices for anything that came out in that set, so I don't know.
Yeah, it dropped down a lot. Next, we got one MST and one Twin Twisters. I would definitely run two Twin Twisters. This one I got from Megatin that I got a
What
while
about
ago.
Cosmic Cyclone? Would you run that instead of MST?
I might, just because it's sort of like a Twin Twisters without the discard ability.
Because Cosmic Cyclone hits one, but it banishes it.
Yeah. Or wait, oh no, now I'm thinking of Galaxy Cyclone. I probably wouldn't though.
You just run a second Twin
Yeah,
Twisters.
I just run this, because how many spell cards out there say this card cannot be destroyed by card effects?
Eh.
Like, I don't...
Well, then again, Cosmos get the search if it's destroyed.
True.
There are cards that get effects on destruction.
Yeah, you're right. And that is it for the spells. Next, for the traps, we got Triple Steeds. This is something that is great. It'll destroy any monster your opponent controls as long as it says it cannot be destroyed by...
Chaos Max Dragon!
As long as it says it cannot be destroyed by card effects. But what's great about this thing is it doesn't target. So if your opponent has a monster that says this card cannot be targeted by card effects, it doesn't matter. Steeds can destroy it. Next, I'm thinking of maybe putting this to 2, but for now I'm going to keep it at 3. Triple Ambush, just so you can special your Tamers and Spiritual Beasts easily from either Banish or Graveyard, which is going to be really nice. What I usually do is I normally search Steeds out with Conahawk's effect, but I might search Ambush out depending on how many Tamers and Spiritual Beasts I have in Grave. And next, for the spells and traps, this is to help with the anti-meta. Please don't ban this. 2 anti-spells, just so your opponent cannot play Pendulums.
They're not even the ultimate rare $69,000 card. Daniel, you scrub.
I know, right? I'm just the worst. Then we also got 1 Vanities just to limit special summon. Like let's say you have this first turn set.
Yeah, because
plus,
Vanity's too good.
Vanity's the best. Then lastly we got Ultimate Providence. For one thing, it's kind of like a budget Devaria, but it's definitely not as good.
Would you run Solemn Scolding or any of the Solemns if you got your hands on one?
I would definitely run a Solemn Warning or Strike. Not so much Scolding.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it has to be the only card set, and besides you have to pay 3,000 instead too. But
like,
I run.
You can negate anything.
Yeah, I run Providence just because it's only $1 for one thing, and it's almost like a D-barrier. But yeah, that's it.
Almost to 10 minutes.
It's fine. Okay, next, for the extra deck, we run double Apelio, just 26 beater that is unaffected by card effects when it attacks. Then we run 2 Ulti Pedalfin because you want to summon this in defense. So it's a 28 defender that cannot be destroyed by card effects. Next, for something, Ulti Kanahawk, if they brought this back to 2 or 3, I would definitely recommend running 2 or 3. If they would, but I wish they would, but they didn't. So this is just for all your searches. Next, we got 2 Ulti Gaia Pelio. That's for, it's a 32 beater, plus it's, if you summon it normally, then you get its negation effect, which is not once per turn, so that's good. Then lastly, we got Norden for the instant fusion, just because of how
fun rank 4s are.
Yep. And that is it for the fusions. Next, we got Ancient Fair Dragon and Black Rose Moonlight. I don't think I can possibly summon this. If I can, then it's going to be very rare that I do. I might just switch this out for another deck of mine. Then we also got Windwitch Winterbell. I might run 2. I don't think so. You want this just so you can do more burn damage, but also because during battle phase you can special summon any wind monster from your hand, so I can special summon another Tamer or something by targeting it itself. Since it,
Isn't it any monster that's level is lower?
Yeah.
Not just a wind monster?
Yeah. No, it's just wind monsters that are their level is lower than this. Or any Windwitch monster I target, which is usually going to be this. Then lastly, for the boss monster of this deck, can't run the Windwitch stuff without Crystal Wing, because you need that indestructible play. You need that out. So yeah, just one Crystal Wing. If I could get my hands on a second one, which is very unlikely since I'm poor, but I might run a second if possible. Next, we got 1 Lightning Shidori. This is basically the Ritual Beast Castel.
Speaking of which...
next, we got Castel. If I do get my hands on Levier, I will replace Castel with that, because Levier's
stupid.
Levier's the best.
Daniel's a bad player.
I know. And then lastly, we got, just to try this out, Bujinki Amaterasu. Just because of its a little easier to summon now. But yeah, I just run this so I can special from the banished or add banished to hand during opponent's turn. Alright, so sorry about that. Technical difficulties, I guess. I don't know. Phone sucks. Whatever. For the side deck, we got 1 Electric Virus, just in case of ABC plays. Which is going to be rare, but you never know. You never know what people are going to play, what the next meta will be. Next, we got 1 Tiger King Wangu for Zodiacs. I might pick up a second one. I probably will. Just because it'll get this first turn, and Zodiacs pretty much cannot play.
They just scoop.
Yeah, they just scoop. Next, for the Kaijus, we got 1 Gamma Seal and 1 Kamungus. Just because they're Kaijus, you need this. And because Blue Eyes is still a thing, 1 Victoria, so I can take control of their dragon monsters that are in the grave, which is going to be great. So, die, Charlie.
No.
Next, for the spells, I think there's just 1. 1 Interrupted Kaiju Slumber to go with the Kaijus, so I can destroy...
So, like, if you don't get them first turn, like, you can just slumber the field.
So, Dark Hole and then Kaijus and make them attack. So, give them Gamma Seal, me take Kamungus, they take 200 attack, and they have nothing on the field. I have 2 life points of damage. So, yeah. Next, we got double Shadow Imprisoning. Just in case. I never know what's meta.
For the dank Cosmos that topped at regionals?
Cosmos. Are Infernoids dark? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they're either dark or fire.
So, maybe Infernoids if they're dark, but also against, what are they called? Dark Lords?
Just in case.
Yeah, you never know, because there might still be people playing that. Next, in case of metal foes, which probably isn't a good idea, I might just take it out. Success probability 0%, because this sends 2 random fusion monsters from your opponent's fusion deck to the grave.
Extra deck. That's an outdated card, but yeah, it still does stuff.
Next, for the... I have more stuff, but this was for Ritual Beast only. One, Ghost Fairy Elphobia. I want to get a second, maybe third one, just so I can see it more in hand, so I can negate level effects. Then, what I want to get 3 of is... I got 1 so far, Mystical Fairy Elfuria, because this was going to negate... I don't remember if it was summoned. Yeah, I think it was you cannot... Xyz monsters cannot be summoned. So as long as I reveal something that isn't level 4, Zodiacs cannot be Xyz summoned. And then lastly, in case I want to try it out, Premature Return. Just so I can special a banished card from my... Or special summon a banished monster from my banished zone.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any advice or something, tell me. Feel free.
Be sure to cyberbully Daniel in the comment section.
Please do. I love it. It's my new kink. Yep. So see you guys in the next video.